I came across this term recently and it's called aggressive patience. And it made a lot of sense to me. So, in today's episode, I'm going to try making that term sense to you, if that makes sense. I'm going to try making that term make sense to you. That makes sense, right? Yeah, okay. Anyways, let's dive into the video. I've noticed that most frustrations doesn't come by doing nothing. It comes when you're doing something and waiting for the results, right? Because I think when you're doing nothing, there's nothing you're expecting, right? No results that you're expecting, no progress that you're looking for, no outcomes that you're looking for, right? But at the same time, when you're working on something, you have this expectation of results, outcomes, progress, everything, and you gotta stay patient about it, right? When that doesn't happen, that's when it gets annoying. And this is where patience actually matters. That kind of patience where you keep showing up and you stay patient for the results. Okay, this is not that kind of patience where you sit back and wait. This is a kind of patience where you're hustling and waiting for the results as well. I love this term so much because it's more like a oxymoron, right? Like there are two opposites combined to form a term: aggressive, patience. Obviously, at times I forget this myself. I get irritated thinking, like, okay, I've been doing this for a while. Now, where is the results? But when I heard of this term, aggressive patience, I think it's a very strong term. It holds a very deep meaning, right? I don't know. I just feel that. I don't know how you will feel about the term. That's why I thought to talk about it. And obviously, when you don't see proper outcomes, that's when you start giving up, start slowing down. But aggressive patience is staying in it, even if it's annoying, even if it's boring, even though you don't see proper results. And yeah, it's not that easy. You're always choosing between short term comfort and long term growth, and you still have to wait. That's pretty annoying, right? But the thing is, there's no way around it. Like, you gotta wait and stay patient, but aggressively patient by doing the work and still waiting. Whenever you're impatient about the results, you gotta remember this term, aggressive patience. Because for me, I do it. I always remember aggressive patience in my mind when I go impatient about the results or outcomes. So, yeah, waiting only really messes with your head when it's something that you actually care, right? Like, if you're doing that thing that you actually care, that's when you look for results, that's when you go impatient over it. It's basically like understanding the results will take time, but aggressively putting the efforts. Like, still aggressively putting the efforts, though you know it will take time. Most people mess this up without even realizing it. Like, they tend to rush things up or quit early because they're impatient about the results. They mistake waiting for things not working out. And sometimes, even me, we all overthink every single step. We look for visible results. I think everyone, we all at a point want to see visible results. Now, I'll give you a random example. Imagine you're taking a vitamin D tablet. Now, while having that, you don't see instant results, you don't see visible results. So, what happens? You tend to stop taking it consistently because there's no motivation, there's no results that you see. Now, at the same time, if it's maybe going to the gym, if you go consistently for a period of time, you do see results, you do see changes in your body, and that's what keeps you going, right? So we all want to see visible results. We stick on to things when we see visible results. Or even with skincare, you use skincare for a period of time, you see results. When you see results, that keeps you going, that keeps you consistent. The problem is we expect everything to have these visible results, something that we can see. I think we gotta understand that not everything works that way. And in the case of the vitamin D, even if it's working out, if you can't see that visible results, it doesn't really, you don't get that excitement or whatever to keep going, right? Now, the problem is we expect everything to have these visible results when that's not the case. Sometimes most of the important things in your life works like a vitamin D tablet. It's quiet, it's slow, and invisible at first. It's staying consistent even if you don't see a visible proof yet. At least that's how I see it. I hope it makes sense to you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. Even I'm still figuring things out, but this whole concept made waiting a little less annoying. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one.